We're live, and I'm in a tank. Those are pretty. Those pictures? Those wedding pictures? I was...
Nicholas Poindexter.
Oh, he was so precious. Hey, guys.
He was so nice.
Welcome. He was very nice. Luke's just on Facebook.
Excuse me behind. Will you send me the link?
Oh, yeah. I guess I could share that with you. Just with you. We should actually probably post it on Instagram. You know, there's like things you can market this a little bit better.
We just could, but kind of I just like hanging out with people who actually show up.
You know, that's true. The true MVPs.
The true MVPs.
Yeah. Also,
the people who don't need a reminder that we're here.
Leanne, if she's on, she sent us this, and I sent it to you.
Yes, that was
and
so
she's
funny.
like, you guys should do this while Luke has a boot for TikTok. And I was like, that would be so funny. Because it's so easy. Like,
yes, it is. It really would be fun.
Matthew.
30 p.m. Okay. I need to tell Drake because Matthew just texted a group chat that I'm in and told Maya.
I didn't know about
night.
that last night.
So last night, I went to bed in a slightly delusional state. I don't know what's wrong with it. Guys, you need to understand that I don't know. I sleep really hard when I sleep, but there's something that happens, and I've had things called like, awake. But then you think that whatever happened in your dream right previously is real. Mm-hmm. So like a kid was drowning and I could not save him, and I would like dig in my bed because that's the last place I saw him alive or whatever. You know, like you don't know. So like your brain isn't right working.
Fully functioning.
Your brain is still in the dream, but you're like fully awake in it. But I'll like wake up and say things to Matthew.
Really?
That way. So just recently.
There's the link if you want it.
Oh yeah. Matthew just recently said, I recently woke up and told Matthew that he needed to tell me what I was supposed to do with there's a little banner above his bed. I was like, what am I supposed to do with the banner? And I couldn't think of the word banner, but I'm like, what am I supposed to do with that thing? But in my dream, I was having a scavenger hunt, and Matthew was supposed to tell me to do something when I got there, but he wouldn't tell me, and he kept saying things like, Luke, you're asleep, just go back to bed. And so I finally got so frustrated that I couldn't.
This isn't like, it's not isolated. This is
no,
not
this
like
is a very frequent thing.
Pretty frequent. Poor Matthew.
Okay.
As a roommate.
Yeah, that's what I said. I said, poor Matthew. So then I'm like, I'm fully alert that I'm asking Matthew, and I'm frustrated because Matthew didn't know what I was talking about.
Yeah.
I didn't know what you were talking about, but I knew, but I wasn't going to tell you.
He wasn't going to tell me because
to go to sleep.
He's like, just go back to bed. You're dreaming. And I was like, I'm not. And then I just was so exasperated. I just leaned on my pillow like this. And then I went back to sleep.
Yep.
So that like happens, and then I wanted to text him. The next day I didn't see him because he went to work before I did, or I went to work before he did. Regardless, whatever. But then I texted him. I was like, "Hey, I'm fully aware that happened last night. I am so sorry about that. I was having a scavenger hunt in my dream."
Wow.
But then last night, this was not a dream. I woke up at 11:30. I went to bed at 10:30, and I woke up at 11:30, and literally stood up and started getting dressed for work, thinking that I was late because I had to leave. I had to leave the house at 6:30 to get to work on time, and I thought that it was 6:30 in the morning. Wow. So Matthew texted our friend, or this group chat I'm in, and said, what did you say? I tell Maya everything, and then you're like, I even told I even told her that you were going to sleep for 30 minutes, and woke up, got out of bed, and tried to put your pants on to go to work at 10:30 or 11:30.
I feel like I'm gonna get.
So
there's gonna be moments of so much stress at my new job that I'm gonna be doing stuff like that.
Oh, you will.
So sweet of me. So sweet of Matthew.
I'm not like stressed at my job though. That's not why I was getting up to go to work. I just was. Matthew looks like he's in pain.
Whenever you say that, like do it again. Do it again.
Oh my god.
We're just Matthew is such a good friend. Telling you to go back to sleep instead of just letting you go to work.
He is such a good friend. I said, I'm sorry, I'm the worst roommate. You said, and then I was like, yes, Katie said, oh my gosh. Morning, what's up?
Morning.
What's up, Owen?
How's everybody doing? I'll be right back.
How's everybody doing? I'll be right back. Really?
Yes.
I'm drinking some tea right now.
Some slippers.
Y'all, sleep stories. Probably should tell them the first time it really happened.
Oh, at college.
Yeah, maybe it happened before this, but Paul,
it probably
the first time
did.
It really like happened in real life.
The earliest memory I have of things like this happening was Nate telling us, our oldest brother Nate. Our bedroom was right by the bathroom on the main floor in our house, and Luke and I were all notorious for staying up late talking to each other, just because it's Luke and I, and you know us, so that would happen. So anyway, Nate comes into our room because he was getting ready to go to bed, And we were probably, what do you think, 13, 14? Or younger maybe? I don't know. When he told us about this. Do you
13
remember? Probably 13?
Yeah.
Well, he leans his head in, and he's like, guys, Mom and Dad said to be quiet. You guys gotta go to bed. And we weren't talking, like, verbally to each other. We were just, like, grunting. Like, it was like, and then the other person would respond. And
But this
vice
isn't.
versa.
I wasn't awake. That's not
Yeah,
the night
that's
terror.
true.
But in that time, we ended up actually having the same dream, but from different perspectives.
Yeah, that's true.
That night we
that
did.
was weird.
We had,
Not
like,
that
a
night.
little-
We don't know if it was that night specifically.
We just assume
we
it
assume it
was.
was around that same time. But yeah, but then in college, there was one time Luke was really good at school. I'm really not that good
No,
at school.
I'm not that great at school. I'm just really, really tenacious, and I
Oh,
want to get
yeah.
things done real
right away.
fast.
Yeah, you want to be early.
Yeah.
I want to be like on time, you know? So not really. I like to be ahead of schedule, but it's really hard for me. If I'm getting better at it, especially like now. But back then I was not good at it. So it was like probably the end of our first semester or second semester. No, we were in the new dorm, so it would have been our second semester. Or our third.
No, it was the end of our first semester. Or the end of our
our
second
first
semester.
year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
end of our first year.
Yeah, in a freshman year. And I was working on a paper late at night on my iMac, and it was in our room, and so it has a pretty decent amount of light. And Luke is sleeping, like, so the room was set up like this, and the desks were on one side, and then the two beds were behind.
And they kind of faced
And-
the desks.
Yeah, they kind of faced the desks, and so my desk was, I was just working on this paper, and Luke just bolts upright, and he's like, "Who are you?" And I was like, what? Like, I'm Paul, I'm your brother. And he's like, "Who are you?" And he just couldn't get over it. He was like literally so freaked out about asking who I was. So I literally got up. I didn't know what to do. So I got up and I went into one of our closets and I just closed the door. And then he laid back down.
I don't think that
went to
this is
bed.
one of the times though that I remember doing it.
Most of them, the ones in our house where you were like the kid drowning or you couldn't find the white
I
chocolate.
couldn't find white chocolate mocha
when we were working at
I worked at Starbucks and I was under a lot of
Louis,
stress.
what's up?
I was under a lot of stress, and I ran to the back of my dream, and then I woke up, and then in real life, I was looking for white mocha in my room.
Yeah, and he couldn't find it, and he was so freaked out.
And I was so freaked out because I thought someone was going to yell at me. That job was stressful. Y'all, Starbucks employees,
Just give them a
mad
little tip,
respect,
you know?
man. Give them some tips.
They need a
Holy
little
cow.
love, you know? They're great.
Wait a minute.
What are we talking? Are we talking about dreams? No, we're talking about like Luke in real life, but it's like related to his dreams. So he'll do things in real life.
I think they're called night terrors.
Yeah.
I've heard other people talk about them. And sleep paralysis, some people talk about that. But sleep paralysis is where you feel like someone's on top of you and you can't move. I don't have that because that has to do with your brain being awake, but your brain not being able, the neurons not being able to fire to the rest of your body and therefore feeling pinned down by something.
Because
even
your
though
body's
your
not
body's
functioning.
still asleep, but your brain's awake.
Yeah.
So that's sleep paralysis. Mine, my muscles fully work, and I'm just awake. But I'm just still living in the dream. Like my brain, it's kind of backwards. It's like my brain is still in the dream, but I'm awake.
But your body's like moving through the dream.
But it's not like sleepwalking where I'm not remembering. Like I'm still in the dream.
Yeah.
I'm actually awake and I'm living.
There's times where you're awake and then there's times where you're not. Because there's sometimes where you'll talk to Matthew and Matthew will tell you about it and you don't remember.
Yeah, there's times I don't do it.
You'll
I
sit up
don't-
in your bed and you'll be like, "Go to bed, Luke."
Yeah. Matthew's such a champ.
Right, Matthew?
Matthew's such a champ because Matthew's bed is like this against this wall, and my bed is like this, like facing his, like my head's on that side, so I can like see Matthew's head from where I sleep.
That's a three-eyed monster.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, so
Literally.
when I like sit up, I'm looking right at Matthew. So Matthew's
Yeah.
a champ and has been really gracious to me. And typically I don't actually know about it. So
What did you guys eat for dinner tonight? We eat pretty much the same thing almost every day.
chicken and rice.
Chicken and
avocado.
rice. And a little bit of salsa, a little bit of a Greek yogurt that is a nice substitute for sour cream if you
Higher in
like.
protein and fat.
And less in calories for the amount you'll eat. Touche. It's about the same amount of calories for 2 tablespoons of sour cream as it is for a cup of, or a half a cup of.
True.
True.
There's
Greek
your
yogurt.
little
Non-sweet
diet
Greek
hack.
yogurt. Yeah. And if you can bear the
Matthew,
sour,
I'm usually awake. Yeah, Matthew's always awake. Matthew seems to not sleep as much as I do. I always feel like Matthew's like some kind of vampire because he can just really like live on very little sleep.
and he really thrives on. You really thrive on lower sleep, right?
Yes, I really thrive in my life.
I really thrive.
Really thrived.
I gotta say, I really thrive.
Who thrives?
I just seem like a person that thrives all the time.
Really?
Really? The autofocus can't figure out who to
focus on. If it's me
so
or
it'll like focus on Matthew for a while.
As soon as watch, Matthew just has to look, and it'll focus on him.
Like Matthew. Oh, now you're
Oh, it
covering
didn't do
your
it that
face.
time.
Oh, Matthew. Look at me.
Sleep is for the weak.
No, it's literally I need
Matthew's
a lot
the
of
secret Cullen family member. Really?
from the Cullens. I actually really liked those books. Kind of a confession. I
Guilty pleasure? Much?
yeah. I like her inner voice was annoying, but like
Man,
the story as a whole was actually pretty good.
I wanted to like throw her out the window. Like
You
they
could
They are
not.
not for me.
Yeah.
I read or I listened to all
But
the
you know
other
what's-
books, and I was like,
what's a
"These aren't for me."
shocking book that I loved? It was a shocking book.
It by Stephen King.
By Stephen King, yeah. Because I'm not a horror person. I don't like scary stuff. But I loved the new movies that came out with about it.
Right.
I love the characters. I loved the people, and I think that's why I loved it. Is because of the characters. Anyway, so then I really, really liked the book too after watching the movie. My shoulders look like weird. Maybe they're just because we worked on my history. I don't know. Maybe this is because I'm not used to seeing them like this. Here, I'll just cover them up like that.
So adult coloring book, as in for adults or for adults only 18 and plus kind of coloring book. Someone got me an adult nurse coloring book for Christmas. Not pictured, just saying.
Not pictures, just saying.
A
Sayings.
book that I-
Just sayings, not.
Oh.
Yeah, I get it.
A book that I loved, the Bible.
Oh, I just finished watching chapter 2 yesterday. It was great, right? I really loved it. Chapter 2. Owen said that. I went to the theater. We watched it twice in theaters, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Oh,
I'd watch it
man.
again.
I need to watch it. I'm gonna watch both of them again.
I actually think that I like.
I remember Matthew and Luke had to talk me. They had to talk me down for a long time.
Matthew had to
Like,
work me down, but you were gone for something, and then me and
Yeah.
Matthew watched it, and then I was like, oh, Paul, because I
You
even
have
said
to
like
watch
Matthew,
it.
I'll watch it with you because Matthew really wanted me to watch
Yeah.
it, but as long as you don't mind if I cover my face when it's scary, and he goes, I don't care. So I watched it, and I like watched it with the blanket up here, and then I was like, this movie's so good. So then I was.
Then you guys
excited
talked me
to
into
watch
it,
Chapter
and I watched it right before it. Chapter 2 came
Yeah,
out.
Paul. Just fun fact: Paul
Loved
does
it.
not like scary movies
Not at all.
at all.
Not
And
at all.
so
Period.
I like them moderately. They're not my favorite thing, but I do like them.
Oh, did you watch Emily in Paris? I started it, and I want to finish it. It's very
Yes, I
good.
have
We
not
started
seen
watching it with Mariah, but we haven't
Haven't finished.
haven't had a minute to watch more. I did watch. Did you finish that one, man?
Yeah.
No, not Emily in Paris. He didn't. He,
Oh.
We
Sorry.
watched one, the one that we watched around
Home for
Christmas.
Christmas?
Yeah, that was really good. It was Norwegian, so it was like foreign.
I did watch. Just-
Modestly clocked, Paul. Wait.
Matthew and I just watched. What was it called? The Flight Attendant. It's just called The Flight Attendant,
Mhm.
and it's on HBO Max, and it is so good. It was great. It was really funny, but also a murder mystery. It was.
I kind of want to watch it.
Paul, you would love it. I really think you would love
I
it.
think I would too.
It is.
It is so sweet.
Danielle,
Danielle, welcome.
Oh
How
my
are
gosh,
ya?
it has been a while. I didn't
Why
know
is
you
it-
guys still live streamed. How have you
They
been?
both.
Really?
Walk under my face.
Yeah. Really, Danielle? You thought we didn't even live stream
Yeah.
anymore? Well, we have been a little on and off. It seems like over Christmas we missed 2 weeks.
3 weeks.
2 weeks because we were gone 3 full weeks, but we only missed 2 live streams.
I think it was 3 live streams.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, we missed some over.
We're trying really hard not to. Tonight we almost skipped because I'm just so tired from work.
Yeah.
But I was like, no. This is a consistent thing I want to just continue to do and not make excuses about, just like I don't make excuses about going to the gym. My arms look good.
Really?
I got a little
Yeah.
distracted.
An update on my foot though. It's feeling better, but
Good.
today it's really sore.
Oh.
But
He doesn't have the boot on right now because
Right now?
he's trying to exercise it.
right now it feels really tired, as if I walked like when we were in New York. When we walked for like
Oh, yeah?
when we walked for 53 miles in 3 days. That's what my leg feels like right now. Like it feels so tired, but I didn't walk that much. But I am walking on it all day, which is so sad. I'm like on it all day in my boot.
Wait, my brother convinced me to go see Halloween with him when it came out because he couldn't get in by himself. He was 16 and promised he'd go see a movie of my choice with me, but never did. Oh, and I was pissed. I paid for both our tickets too. Okay, that's a low blow. Katie.
I think he was supposed to go see something like a Disney movie, I think.
Oh, did he? But
Yeah,
he just
'cause
never did.
She
No,
would.
I think it was.
She went to Halloween with him.
it
And
was,
then they were gonna also go.
House with the Clock and 12.
And he didn't
That
go.
was such a good
That was
movie.
Such a cute movie.
Matthew ended up buying
Matthew
that
loves
movie.
that movie. It was a good movie.
Hi, Darren. Welcome.
Have you got magnesium oil spray, Luke?
You know, I got something in the mail. Well, so I ordered something that's like natural, like homeopathic, but now I can't find it. It came in the mail, and now I can't find it. I thought I took it to work, but then I couldn't find it at work, so I have no idea. But it's like a
Really?
cream, but I think that's what it is.
How did I grab home? We have magnesium pills.
Like
It's
that.
magnesium pills. But I have a. It's like a magnesium cream that you're supposed to put on sprains or muscle.
You guys, guess what? Oh my goodness, what's happening on here? Okay, we last night. See if it'll focus on my face instead of Matthew's. Okay.
You want me to move?
No, it's fine. It just annoyed me when I like looked at the camera. We're all out of focus. No, last night Luke and I. Had you seen? You'd seen it before, right?
No, I haven't.
That was the first time you saw it too.
Yeah.
We all watched Who Framed Roger Rabbit for the very first time last night, and it was so good, guys. Special effects, mind blown for that era. It was like so good, like so good. I didn't even realize, and I couldn't even imagine. I was like, oh, okay, so they probably have some people in like green suits. They were doing like some special effects to do like the movement and stuff when like the characters interacted. No, mostly animatronic. It's insane. They had to create like little machines to do all that stuff. Oh, who has seen Who Framed Roger Rabbit? And just tell me that interaction with the animation to the real life was so good. It was so good. I just loved it. I couldn't get over it. How much I loved it.
Well, your favorite part.
I didn't really have a specific favorite part. I just really liked the interaction, the way that they grounded the characters. That because they're literally 2D characters that are grounded in real life by physical interaction. And that is very hard to do on a practical set. They used puppeteers, they used animatronics, they used just all sorts of stuff. It was like all practical though. Everything was done in camera and then covered by animation, which is so cool. I just love it. Is that the one with real and animated beach characters? Yes. So it was one of the it predates Space Jam by quite a while, right? Yeah. Because that was all like green suits and CGI. This was pre-CGI, and it had happened before, but anytime prior to this film, there hadn't been people doing moving cameras with animation. It was all just like still cameras if you had animation in the shot. Based on the documentary we watched about it right after we watched it, they were in like it was just kind of like this dream that this guy had, and they wanted to like just make it happen. So they kind of like were always on the verge of getting canceled because it was taking so long and it cost so much money. But then it was like so good.
Huge success.
It was a huge success.
I cannot find that stuff I got.
Oh, sorry. Anyway, I just thought it was really cool, but it is animated. It predates Space Jam, so Space Jam was one I grew up knowing a lot about as far as animated with live action, right? Or was there others? I guess there was like I didn't ever Mary Poppins. I guess I didn't watch Pete's Dragon until I've only seen the new one.
Newer one.
I haven't seen the old one.
original.
That's another one we should watch, Matthew. Is the original Pete's Dragon. I have never gotten to watch that. I want to though. You should. If you haven't seen it and you just want to watch it just for like to appreciate the work that went into it, the 2 years of work that went into it, watch it and just like
More than 2 years.
it was more than it was a very long time. I think from the time they started shooting it till the time it was released was 2 years. So what that video said last night.
Well, but
It was a year of filming and a year of animation, is what he said. But that could be just like a rough like.
Yeah, like conceptual.
But conceptualizing took a lot more. Yeah, it was much earlier than that.
10 years when they were talking about like.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Conceptualizing.
Yeah. From the point of conception.
Took them to get greenlit.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And then they almost never they were almost canceled all the time.
Right.
Christopher Lloyd gave me a fright in it. It is on Disney Plus. You can watch it on Disney Plus. It took 2 years. Oh my gosh! Yeah, I'll definitely watch it for the art behind it. And I think it's a really good film. Like it's silly, it's goofy, it's 3 different genres of films. So you have like your full length animation style, like comedy, and it's got both. It's produced by Disney, but it has both Looney Tunes or Universal characters, another studio's characters, and Disney's characters, which is really interesting. But they did. I just thought they did such a great job with it.
It was really fun. I like the
really
murder
fun.
mystery aspect of it.
Yeah, it's like a Who Framed Roger Rabbit. So there's like a crime solving
element to it.
And then there's like the
Really
animation, and then there's comedy and a love story. Kind of.
So cutie.
It's really cutie. Aren't they talking about Space Jam or about remaking Space Jam or making a sequel? I don't know. But see, okay, this is the thing that I really appreciated about Roger Rabbit. They did not have all the technology they have now, and even like stuff like Sonic, the actors back then put a lot of work, and they talk a lot about it in the interviews about spatial awareness. So like when you watch Sonic, the new movie that came out last year, I like the actor that played opposite Sonic, the main
Right.
guy, but every time he was looking at Sonic, he was looking through Sonic. Because you have to be, like, spatial awareness is really hard, and you have to almost train your mind to stay out of focus.
Yeah.
And to remember where that person is and not to, like, whereas the guy in Roger Rabbit did such a good job placing
feel
Roger that you never question that he's even there.
Right.
Yeah. Because it was just him talking to an invisible man.
Lewis asks, please tell us about, in your experience, if you feel when your twin is in danger or sad or happy. Always wanted to know that about twins, and I always wanted to know that.
So every twin's a little bit different. For us, we tend to take on each other's anxiety, which is really weird.
Sometimes.
Not
Because
as much
it
anymore.
seems like now we don't do that as much. But
when we were younger.
when we were younger, we could be like, why are you anxious? I don't.
Or
want
like,
you to be
why am I
anxious."
feeling so anxious? But it's like the other person was just anxious about work or whatever.
Because if that was the case, I would have been anxious all day today.
Yeah, that's true, and I was like passing away.
I know. So yeah.
Today was a big day.
Every time I think about you, I get anxious for you.
Oh,
but I'm not anxious all
Yeah,
day long.
Yeah. Yes. Because I know how you're feeling.
But yeah, no, we don't feel pain or sadness usually.
We can empathize with
We
the
can
other pretty easy,
empathize, but we don't
not
like
like it's
feel
not like
it.
we did as a kids. Luke said earlier, and I don't know if you caught it, but we had a dream from different perspectives. It was the same dream from different perspectives of that dream. Like it was weird.
We don't need to go into that.
No, it was
a little
weird,
bit.
but it was
We were playing Capture the Flag, but it was like to the death. It was like before Hunger Games was
but
a
it was
thing.
very
but
Hunger Games-esque.
my dream was like people in my life were trying to kill me, and they were on the other team, and it was crazy.
It was in the snow, and it was in our friend's backyard, in their field, their pasture,
fields, yeah.
in the backyard. And there was this one time where a counselor from my camp that I really loved and admired was trying to break the ice, so I'd fall in the ice and die. And then
I had somebody trying to shoot at me, and I was on a snowmobile. And
Yes!
I was like 13, and
We had quite the imagination.
And I snatched my friend Michaela up, and I said, "Come on, we had to get away."
Was it Beth? On the
Beth,
back of mine?
yeah. Beth
Man,
and
we were just these
Michaela,
little heroes.
yeah, we were little heroes.
Little heroes saving the girls.
Oh golly.
That's oh man. It was kind of insane, and we woke up and we were so excited about our dream. We're like, I have to tell you about this dream, and then the other person was like, No, I have to tell you about my dream.
Might as well.
Yeah, might as well. So anyway, it was a very
Very fun.
interesting dream. Anyway,
What'd you say?
sounds scary, but awesome.
Yeah. I keep seeing you trying to make a desk back there.
It's a very nice house.
Yeah. What crazy dreams have you guys had? I guess that's the question. What's the most crazy dream? Matthew, what's your
Oh.
most crazy dream? Or no, you're down with one now. I know, sorry.
I used to always dream whenever before I went to Disneyland. It was like I was obsessed with going to other Disney parks, so I would dream about going to Disneyland Paris or like Tokyo Disneyland, and I would always like be there, and I would be like, oh, I'm finally here, and then like something would be slightly off, and I'm like, this is not actually happening. But then I would like,
You could tell that in your dream?
yeah,
There's some people, only certain people can do that. I can't do that.
I can.
I can't tell when I'm in a dream.
I know. I think I know. I
Some people can harness that and do like all the crazy things they've wanted to do in their lives, and Colton was like
will
that.
like do that, but I like try to just hold on and pretend it's still like a dream, even though I know it's not a dream.
oh, gotcha.
Oh yeah.
I can't. I don't. I could like probably change it, but
You just like live it out, like let it.
You don't try to control a dream. You just live. Yeah. I had a dream that I found out my dad had a daughter from another relationship and woke up so convinced. I Facebook stalked my sister,
Giselle
for a good 20 minutes. You know, that's really funny. I have had a couple dreams like that where I'll wake up convinced that I have found something that I had lost and then can't find it again, and then I'm mad about it because I can't find what I found.
That's
It's a mess. I'll be like, last week, I should give you guys an update because my computer was not working last week and I was very stressed out about that. It is now working. I just had to call the Apple Store and they had to reboot something on the internals and it was fine. Everything was fine.
Right.
But so stressed out for nothing. Luke said that. But whatever. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, so there's sometimes where I'll wake up convinced that like whatever happened the other day has been remedied because of my dream, and then it's like not.
Yeah, you've done quite a bit of that. It's called lucid dreaming, where you can like control your dreams.
Oh, yeah. Colton could do that.
Colton could lucid dream.
Or
We had a
lucid
roommate back in the day, and he actually is on our channel some. But if you look up like Colton's Closet, we had a segment when we were in college.
He's a crazy guy.
He's a special individual, but
We love him.
we love him, and he could lucid dream where he could control every aspect of it. And he said, "Yeah, I always wanted to skydive, so I would just dream, and when I was dreaming, I would just take control of my dream and go skydive." I was like. He's like, yeah, and sometimes I wouldn't like have a parachute or anything. I would just go jump off something, but like you wake up before you land. And I was like, that is
Terrifying.
the crazy. Like it's terrifying.
I've had a couple
was jealous
dreams.
a lot about
I've had a couple dreams that like really stuck with me over the years, and then one of the dreams was I was for some reason in this dream on top of a car, like hanging on, and we were driving down the dirt road from the airport, and I turn onto Highway 20, and I fly off, and I'm like frisbeeing. And I just see the ground coming at me, and then I wake up, and it's like terrifying because I think I'm gonna get road rash.
I didn't have a. This wasn't a reoccurring dream. This is a dream I had when I was very young, and I just remember it, and it's very vivid. In our house where we lived, they would plow the snow. We lived in north central Nebraska, which gets a lot of snow.
Yeah, a lot.
And they would plow all of the streets, and they would plow a lot of them to this one little like side thing, this plot of ground that was next to the ambulance barn because it was owned by the city. They could just plow it as high as they wanted there, and that was literally like right next door to our house. So we would go and play, and we would take hot water and dig and burrow into these huge snow piles that they created by the city. And one time I had a dream one winter then that was happening that there was a wolf.
Not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming, such as we experience buffering.
There's a wolf that had taken one of my friends captive, but then also had kidnapped me. But then when I got down into this like cave made underneath that snow pile, Santa Claus was down there. There was Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. There was me. There was this girl that I knew.
We are buffering right now. Are
It
you
was
all
crazy.
experiencing?
Yeah, people are saying that my laptop was lagging. It's not your laptop.
Who said that?
Leanne and Owen.
Okay, I'm gonna pause the stream for just a second. It won't go away.
It's not us. It's Casey.
Can you? Yeah, are you telling him that we're coming back? Excellent. Okay, there.
We can still hear. She said.
Okay. I think we're back up and running. I think everything should be fine now.
That's awesome. Yeah,
Is
and I
that
set
better,
them all
everybody?
free. Guys, that dream ended with me setting them all free, and then the wolf, who was probably 3 times as tall as I was, attacked me, and then I woke up. It was terrifying.
You know. Remember those Fisher Price like toys? They were like little circle people.
Yes.
And they were at the church. They were terrifying. They weren't terrifying. There was that little house that would open up and you would play in it. And
but they're like little round ball people.
Yeah. Kind of weird. But I had a dream because they were at the church. We only ever like played with them when we like help out at nursery or like, whatever. Or growing up, I guess we probably played with them growing up. But I was young enough, but still able to remember now. So it got to be like 6 or 7. And I had this nightmare that I was their size. And there was this little girl, but she was very, very big. She was like real sized, and she was had started that big house on fire, and we were in a neighborhood. It was weird. I don't even know. So there was that big house, and then a neighborhood of normal looking houses, like real life looking houses, but they were all small because they were all the same size as that house. And I lived in the big house, and it was on fire. So I wake up in my dream, and a house is on fire. So I run out, and I'm like trying to save all these people. Apparently, I like to save people in my dreams, and so I saved all these people, and then I run out, and I'm like trying to make sure everyone's okay, and I look up, and this little girl, but she was like sitting on the house, so like massive, but like a little girl was like looking down and just like glaring at me with red eyes. And I was just like, ah! And I woke up, and it scared me so bad. I had to go wake mom and dad up, and I had to like, oh, I had this dream. It's weird because usually we just, like, I don't
The toys
know
should have been the
creepy
creepy
ones, but it was the person.
Here's the thing.
And she was sitting on the house that was on fire.
As
It
twins,
didn't make sense.
usually we know like everything about the other person, but I have never heard you talk about that dream.
I talk about that all the time.
I don't know if I've ever heard that dream
That's
before.
interesting.
And
That's like one
so
dream
weird.
that like people ask me like, what was the dream you had as a kid? I was like, that one. That or the reoccurring dream that the Joker was cutting my head off. When I
Okay,
was
but
traveling in
that
cars.
happened your senior year of high school.
Yeah,
yeah,
that was
or
a weird
junior year of
That
high
was a
school.
weird recurring dream. But no, that's
That
my
started
like
your phobia.
that one, and then that was like a vivid nightmare that I still remember to this day. A second one is when I
I
watched.
need a photo of these little round people. Hold on, I'll see if I can
See if
find
you
the
can
link.
find one. Yeah.
Hold on.
The second really, really vivid, or not reoccurring, but vivid nightmare was we had watched a behind the scenes of Jurassic Park. I had never seen Jurassic Park, but we were watching a behind the scenes that was showing like how the crane. It was just a really short segment on public TV, and we were watching it, and I don't know why I saw the clips of the dinosaur in Jurassic Park 1 eating what's his name in the toilet in the outhouse, and the outhouse falls down, and the gets flipped over, and it's like attacking him and it's trying to eat him. But then I went back, and even though I saw how it was made, my imagination was so big. It's doing it again, Luke. I have no idea what's going on. I'm trying to find a picture of those. It's not saying it's having trouble. No data. Weird. It still says it's sending data. These people, Paul? Yeah, those. I guess I'm just gonna send this link. I don't know why this is having so much trouble. Are you guys getting buffering? Is it like really chunky? Y'all? It's saying on my end that it's real bad. Can you open it up and see just how it's looking? I know that you generally don't like to. I don't know. It looks fine. Huh. Weird. Okay. Well,
There's a link to the things that Paul's talking about.
Anyway, my second one was, and then I dreamed that my family was in a car and a
Bye,
T-Rex.
Lewis. Have a fun flight.
Bye, Lewis. Have so much fun. That's good. Actually, I'm so jealous that you get to fly. That's like so fun.
That's cool.
Be a pilot. I just fly drones.
Send a pic on Insta. I just sent you that link.
Bye, Lewis. Have a good day. Have a fun flight.
It's
It's
very
very
laggy,
laggy,
but I can
but
at
I
least
can hear
hear.
you.
This is
Okay.
a podcast, I guess.
This will just be the podcast from home. Like, we'll just bring this a little closer and just whisper.
Yeah, why not? There's a frequent moments of chunkiness. Yeah.
Huh.
Weird.
I don't know what is going on. It's saying, and it's not giving me the normal, like, it's your,
Huh.
it's not like your signal. It's the fact that it's not receiving enough video, which I'm not really sure.
No ASMR, please.
Oh, sorry. I'll put that away.
I'm trying to think of dreams. I don't often remember my dreams, but I have woken up angry because of dreams. I've had people text me that I did something in a dream, in one of their dreams, that made them mad. Matthew,
Yeah.
you got mad at me one time for something I did in a dream, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. See? No, me, Luke.
I think I remember getting that all the way.
Yeah, I think that's happened to me. You I did?
Yeah, remember you woke up and you were so mad about something, and then you're like,
Yes!
that was just my dream, I'm sorry.
Yes, I do remember that. I was so mad. What was that about? What was I mad about? Now I can't remember.
Wait, those little people? Crying faced death emoji. What'd you say?
I can't say what I was mad about.
Like this.
Joy says, I can hear you and see you fine.
Cool.
Very cool. Well done. Thank you. So sweet for me.
We had a ton of those at church growing up.
We did have a lot of those at church growing up. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Well, I guess I could tell you guys a little bit about my job.
Yeah, do it.
I mean, it's
Tell
just
me about it.
so I started my new job on the 4th, so I've had about a little over a week now. Well, I guess a week and 1 day, and it has been a whirlwind. They're very gracious with us, but they also need a lot of help, and so what often happens when you're hiring and you need a lot of help, you take on a lot. You have to take on a lot of responsibilities really quick, and that's really hard. So it's been a little stressful. They've been really great and gracious with us, but things still have to get done, and that's really hard to be in a place, especially in design and in the creative markets, because you don't always know what you can make or what would work in the design realm, because you're still getting used to the brand and to the company, and you're trying to figure out what they need and what they want, and sometimes it's hard to articulate those things. So it's been very stressful. It's going to be pretty stressful through the next 2 months through February, but hopefully after February, and hopefully by middle of March, end of March, will be me and me and the other girl that started as a graphic designer. So I'm in video, she's in graphic design, but we're both right now working on as designers. Which is a little bit of a stretch for me creatively, but it's been a good stretch. It's just I'm not fast at it yet. Luckily, I have a lot of experience in the Adobe Creative Suite, and so luckily because of YouTube and some of those things, I've actually been able to utilize some of those skills in other programs that I just luckily knew. So it wasn't like starting from scratch, which was really good. But me and Morgan are really killing it. Trying to, at least. We're not really killing it, but we're trying our best. I think she's at home tonight working hard.
Really?
I think so. I'm gonna have to do a few things before bed, but
Oh, man.
it's all right. That's the life. I mean, I'm trying to set boundaries and just do as much as I can while I'm at work. The hard part is even if I do it at home, it may not be what they need, and so I get back and it's like, oh well, do it again or change it.
Right.
So that's okay, and that's part of it. I have to learn the brand, and I got to figure out what I can use, what I can't.
Right.
There's a lot of things. And Morgan and I and our boss today had we were supposed to. It has been so crazy. We haven't had onboarding, so we don't even know. We haven't had
Right.
some of those things because it's just been so crazy. And so today we did a mini onboarding to get some of the basic stuff down, and it was really good. But it was just nice to hear from our boss and know that even though she's changing things or doing them herself once we've done them and just redoing it, that it's not a personal attack. It's just I just figured once I saw it, I was okay, I want to do this. It's
Right.
yeah. So that was good to hear, and it was nice to hear her heart and know that as we work and as we grow together, it's
Katie said, I can't remember if you said this or not, but do you work from home or do you go somewhere? Do you
No,
like your
I'm in an
coworkers?
office.
Assuming that you interact with them a lot. Good coworkers are so helpful, LOL.
Yes, no, I have some really good coworkers. It is tricky because the company is growing very rapidly. There's just
A lot.
a lot, and and the hard part I think mainly is that as it's stressful. It is stressful, but I like it. I like the fact that there's always so much to do. I'm never bored, and I like that. I don't like that when I have to come home and feel I need to be working on stuff at home, because even though I busted my butt for 9 hours and then I came home and I need to work, I don't like that. But I do really like that I'm never at a loss for things to do.
Yeah. Leanne said, total facepalm. I just realized the quality was set to 144 and that's why it was so fuzzy.
Well, that would do it to you, Leanne. That would do it.
That's me. I would
Yeah.
totally do that and be why isn't it working right?
But anyway, I think it's just going to take a couple months to settle in, and that's okay. Even my boss today was just she's we're not expecting you to be perfect.
Just help us out as much
just
as
help
you
us
can.
help us as much as you can, and if you need help, if deadlines are coming up and you're I can't hit these deadlines because I just got too much to do, let us know. Let's work, but not on the day of. Give us time, but right now what's going to be really tricky is we go in. So start. I may not be able to do a stream next week and the week after. I'll be out of town for shoots.
Oh, that's right.
So probably the next 2 weeks we won't have a live stream unless Luke wants to do it by himself. But
That's always hard.
Yeah.
I'm not very good at that.
so we probably won't have streams the next 2 weeks because I'll be out of town for shoots. But I'm excited to have some shoots. What I'm nervous about is that there's still going to be design elements that need to be done, and probably too many for just Morgan to do. So I'll be splitting my time between video and design, and that's really stressful for me because I know video, so I know I'm going to be naturally just like, oh, I'm going to go work on video.
Yeah.
But like,
wanna,
there's still design that has to happen. There's still communications that has to happen. And so it's like being balanced and learning how to balance your time,
Right.
and not just to favor the thing that's easy for you. Like for me, knowing about like having footage and making a video is like so easy for me, whereas design like sucks the life out of me sometimes.
Kay says what? Yeah, that stress doesn't sound fun. But
You know, it's not like
That's
bad.
awesome.
It's not. It's stressful right now because I don't know. Like I'm unable to be helpful, and that's hard. Like I want to be more helpful
right.
than I am, and
And you can't quite be helpful.
yeah, and then I want to do
My
it.
tea's done boiling.
Oh, you want to get me some more? Bring this over here, yonder. Yeah. So yeah, I think thank you for prayers for that though. Pray that I can stay focused, stay calm. I love the people I get to do it with, which I think is going to be helpful in the long run. They're really great people. And Morgan and I, the designer, both of us get along really well. It's kind of ironic. There, I think, is we were taking we were doing like personality profiles and stuff like that. And I think there is, I think of the 11, no. Of the people in the office, at least 4, I think 5 of us are 7s on the Enneagram. So it is a lively bunch, to say the least.
Lively, yeah.
Yeah, but it's not like bad. I think that we all wing to different areas, and I think it actually works really well.
Yeah.
And I think that
Oh well.
I'm just excited to acclimate. I'm excited to be acclimated and to get into it because right now what's happened before us is that all the girls that do the copy or like the type text and stuff have been doing text and design, and so now we've got to figure out workflows for how to do not so that they don't do the design, so that we just jump in it. Like they give us the copy and we make the designs,
Right.
and we have to then know what's expected of that design for like emails.
And you'll get there.
Yeah,
It
and
won't
right now
take
it's
you
just
that long.
no. It probably won't take us that long, but it's just hard because it's unknown. Yeah. So
Touche.
Oh, don't tell me that Luke yawned. I think you yawned. No, I'm yawning. Whew, sorry. Actually, we might want to wrap this up, Luke.
Yeah, it's exhausting.
No, I mean,
Not that it's exhausting, but we're both exhausted.
no,
but you have to work.
I need to
tonight.
get some. There's just 2 things I really want to do before I go to bed tonight. And I just would like to get those done. I thought about just getting up early to do them tomorrow, but I just know that
Just
I'll
do
be
it tonight.
better tonight than I would in the morning.
Alrighty, y'all. You have any prayer requests for us? We're gonna shut this down a little early.
I know that we're early, but we love y'all, and it's just a lot right now for us. I shouldn't have started talking about work. I wanted to give you an update, but now it got me thinking about the things I need to be doing.
Stressing me out.
Fights, yawn, wins. I didn't yawn. You deserve the rest. Thanks.
But yes, like Paul said, we'll be off for 2 weeks.
2
because
weeks.
of the-
Yeah, so we won't be here next week. I'll try to remember to post on Instagram.
Right.
But I'll be in. Guys,
No, it's okay. We don't need to talk about that.
Friday. I should tell you about this though.
What?
Friday I drive to Columbia and back.
Ew.
Monday I drive to Columbia and stay. Come back
What?
Wednesday, Tuesday. Wednesday we're here at the office. Thursday, Friday are shoot days. I think in KC, so just around KC.
Oh.
And then Sunday we drive out to northwest
Oh, you
Arkansas,
told me about that.
and then I'm there 3 days, and then I'll be in Hannibal on Wednesday.
So you're gonna have low gym activity.
Yeah, me and Whitney and the girl were talking, and Whitney's like, oh, we're gonna have to all do some workouts together at the hotel.
You can do it.
I think the one in
Here
Columbia,
we
I think the one in
go.
Columbia, they asked us if it would be okay with a big Airbnb, so I think we're gonna be in an Airbnb, which is gonna.
You're gonna have to go find a gym.
I'm gonna be like, listen,
Y'all got gyms on here. Y'all got gyms.
y'all got gyms around here in Columbia. Y'all got gyms.
Hello.
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 Okay, sorry. I haven't seen you guys in a while. How are you doing? Also, Columbia drive by yourself sucks. Make sure you got music.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, no, we're doing well. Paul started a new job. He's kind of a little over his head, but things are going well.
You know what? I would rather start a job over my head than bored. So I'm trying to look at the bright side. I'm really good at looking at the bright side. Some days it's harder to look at the bright side.
Katie said, anyways, my mental health has been so much better this week. Diet's going very well. And I finally got to see my mom and brother this week.
Yay!
I get to see my dad tomorrow and at my family supper.
That's so exciting. Leanne. How long is a drive is that? Hannibal? Yeah, no. Hannibal is not that.
Town.
No, it's not that bad. So if you, everywhere that I'm talking about is within about 4 hours of a drive.
3 or
So
4 hours,
Columbia's 2-ish, 2.5-ish, 2-ish hours, depending on where you're going in Columbia. And then Northwest Arkansas is about 4 hours away. Hannibal would also be about 4 hours away.
Yeah,
But
it's not terrible.
Hannibal, I'm gonna go. I don't think I'm coming back that Tuesday. I think I'm staying. Oh, I don't know. They may have me come back and then drive out to Hannibal the next day.
Oof.
But
Whatever.
I mean, it might be easier than trying to stay by myself out there. Like I could stay in a hotel,
and
but
you won't be back in time for dance that night.
no. So this week is the only week I'll be at. I'll have dance and then
The next couple weeks to be out.
2 weeks.
Oh,
I know.
I have to film everything for you because I can't learn it either. I mean, I can learn it, but
yeah, you can't.
I can.
But I
sit
can
back in the
get
class and be
I can
this.
get like the Zoom recordings and learn the choreography at
true.
least.
Oh, and I forgot to mention Grogu.
Are you still taking pictures or recording? So I will be on video, but I will also be doing some photo work. I'm their media guy.
Smart claim.
Who are you?
Because you said you hadn't seen us in a while, so we know you.
I just don't know.
But
who
I just
you
don't know
are.
what account Smart Claim is, or Clam.
I don't mind telling you. I am doing both video and photo for some of these events. Mostly photo or mostly video.
I'm asking just because I'm curious. Because it sounds like you know who we are.
I am having to.
I don't understand who's behind the
There's
camera.
a lady that's gonna have to take photos for me, but that just because they were like we want photo and video from this, and I was like I can do that, but probably not at the same time.
They should set you up with an RV so you can just drive and stay. I love RVs. I think that'd be fun.
That would actually, yeah. Or like rent an RV, those like smaller ones, the like truck
little,
bed ones.
Just a little baby one.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Yes, RVs is what you can call them. There's a bunch of different kinds of RVs and stuff, but yeah. I'm Alex, and I did this speech for MCC College about 2 years ago.
I vaguely remember this. I'm sorry. I should remember this, Alex.
I did a speech for MCC.
What did I do? Was that my speech class? That was more than 2 years. That was like 5 years ago.
I did a speech for MCC.
Oh, MCC, not the college. The no, wait, that's not the right one.
Oh yeah, the homeschool
Association.
Is that MCC? The Kansas one?
I'm trying to remember. It's been
Honestly,
so long.
it's been so long. I'm so sorry, Alex.
All of the abbreviations, and right now I'm learning a bunch of abbreviations.
Yo, what up, Alex? Welcome to the
Welcome
live
back.
stream. We're doing well. Thank you for asking.
Sorry that I'm trying to remember where you were.
So sorry.
At. Thank you, Trailer American Movies.
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and pray for you guys.
Yeah.
And yeah, we'll just let you go early tonight.
Yeah.
As if no one's forcing you to be here. Let you go.
Yeah.
Wow. You want me to pray?
Mm.
All right. Father God, I think for today, I think for Katie and just the fact that her mental health has been so much better this week, and also that she's doing very, very well with seeing her brother and her mom and getting to see her dad tomorrow. I also pray that you will be with her as their life group starts back up, and how excited she is for that. God, I just pray that you will really be with her as she goes and joins and sees her friends, that they're all connected by you. Thank you so much for that. Pray for everybody on this. I pray for Alex, Leanne, Aaliyah, Joy's on, Owen's on, Lewis was on, Alex. I think I already said Alex.
Oh.
But, literally everyone. I just am so thankful for everybody who has joined us tonight and just hung out with us during this time. And thank you for Paul's new job. Thank you for giving him strength and courage to get through the first week. I pray that you'll continue to give him strength as he moves on. I thank you so much for what's going on in each and every one of the people's lives, for anything going on that is feeling too overwhelming or whatever the case may be. I just pray that you'll be with each and every one of them. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Amen.
Amen, amen, amen.
Thanks for praying. Also praying for you and just all the work stuff that you got going on. I mean, just like it's busy for Luke.
But that's Leanne said also, Paul, last week you commented, you made a comment like Do they know stuff like that in Australia? When you ask some kind of trivia question, and that makes me wonder what you think Australians are.
Well, you know, like the media that circulates, like
I
don't expect.
We're in an internet age.
That's true.
Literally, if you know it, they probably do too.
You know, that's probably. Oh my goodness, my hair.
Good night, everybody. Good night, Katie.
Good night.
We'll see you all soon, Paul. After all the encouragement you've given me with jobs and stuff, the very least I can do.
Oh, thanks.
All right. Have a good week, guys. We'll talk to you all in a couple weeks. Don't die. Okay. Bye. Pew. 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 Pew.